We're 100 days in, and one thing is for sure. Love him or hate him, we've never had a president quite like Donald Trump. Here's my look back at the past 100 days, which have been a lot of things, but never boring.
This is your celebration, and this, the United States of America, is your country.
It began like everything else in Donald Trump's world with a big splash. Our 45th president promising to give government back to the people with a flurry of executive orders signed in his first week alone that helped do just that. Like pulling the United States out of the TPP, freezing executive branch hires, and cutting funding for sanctuary cities that defy federal law.
Sanctuary cities they got a lot of problems, and there's tremendous crime.
But like the hits, the roadblocks just kept on coming.
The new executive order is still mean-spirited, misguided, and in my judgment, goes against what America's all about.
For every accomplishment, the new president saw opposition from Democrats and left-leaning judges on courts that stood in the way of initiatives, like his proposal to temporarily halt travel from certain countries known to harbor terrorists, and his plan for those sanctuary cities.
As I said, we'll see him in the Supreme Court.
And it was that same Supreme Court where the president saw one of the biggest political victories of his young administration.
Justice Gorsuch, I again congratulate you.
Making good on one of the central promises of his historic campaign, the president delivered conservative originalist Neil Gorsuch to the highest court in the land, despite heavy opposition from Democrats and much to the delight of the Trump base. But the news wasn't as good on one of his other central promises.
To finally repeal and replace the disaster known as Obamacare.
It was a staple of nearly every Trump rally in the run-up to election night. But when it came time for a House vote on the Republicans' plan to shelve the staple of Barack Obama's presidency, Paul Ryan and the GOP couldn't deliver. It was one of Donald Trump's roughest first 100 days in the Oval Office.
We're very, very close, and again, I think what will happen is Obamacare, unfortunately, will explode.
But the president may yet remain true to his word, as Republicans keep working beyond the 100-day mark on a repeal and replace that can pass the House and Senate. On the Homeland Security front, the commander-in-chief spent the first 100 days working to build up what he claimed was a depleted military. And within a week, two separate bold actions by the president sent a message to the world that American might was back.
Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched.
Cruise missiles fired into Syria in response to its leader using chemical weapons against his own people. And then, just a week later, a man who campaigned by promising to obliterate ISIS sent a clear message that obliteration was underway.
We are so proud of our military, and it was another successful event.
And just under the wire of the Century Day mark, the Trump team unveiled a sweeping, dramatic plan to overhaul the nation's tax code. One that calls for massive cuts for businesses and other savings that could help millions of American families. It will be a fight through Congress that's only just begun, but one the president hopes will end with a coherent plan to boost the nation's economy. And through all the ups and downs, our 45th president maintained the same uneasy relationship with the mainstream media that he says has never given him a fair chance.
I'm changing it from fake news, though.
Doesn't that undermine?
Very fake news.
But one thing is very real. Donald Trump didn't need the support of the liberal elites to win the White House. He hasn't needed it since he took office. And if we've learned anything from these past 100 days, there's no indication he'll ever bow to the establishment as he continues on his one-man quest to shake up Washington and the world.
I keep my campaign promises, and our citizens will be very happy when they see the result. They already are, I can tell you that.